Sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
What it is for you in the dungeon with your boy KIX, and all I ask you to do is feed me 50k subs, chat. And today we in the dungeon and we tapping into Orlando Brown and all his foolery. But he got something to say today, chat. He wanna tip where it's though he telling on the industry, and I feel like he got a point. So I'm saying, if them snipers come from him, hey, look, that's on him. But I'm here to show you Orlando Brown truth. He's snitching on Ray J. He's snitching on the industry. He's snitching on Diddy and Cat. Oh, it's a lot. And let's go, chat. But all I ask you to do is hit them tags up there. Feed me 50k subs. Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Help me get around YouTube. We about to go. Let's get it.
8,400 comes up missing out my motherfucking pocket. That's crazy. It's premeditated. It's set up for Ray J. The money they paid me to do the interview, they stole it.
He doesn't understand this. He was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J.
Girls.
You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. You come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I've seen a preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the kingpin. Oh, are you the kingpin? Let me know.
He
Just
the
go ahead
what?
and further incriminate yourself.
Oh. Ray J,
Why
you
would
the
you go to
who?
the? Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, why would you say? Also, what Ray J doesn't, you want to go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, you saying stuff like that so it would be inadmissible in court. You
This
understand?
guy crazy. I was about to say.
Everybody knows somebody that's doing it.
Yeah, we all know a nigga that kick up in our ass.
Yeah, man, because you know, man,
Them
a bitch
couples.
gonna be a hoe, man.
Not just that, we all know a nigga that slap his girl.
And the bitch gonna slap the bitch.
We all know a nigga that have,
It's a bitch.
you know, ruffled up his wife.
It's
Got
the bi-
physical.
Okay, a wife
it's
gonna hit the
funny,
nigga, and then the man
Listen to
gonna
him,
beat the
chat.
bitch.
Let me just say this, homie. Where was
Listen to these fellas talk, chat. It sounds like it's getting deep. Like, it sounds like it's exposing some things how they do in the industry.
the outrage for and the support for Jonathan Majors, right? A black man who was running away from a white girl who attacked him. He pushed her away in self-defense. You know what black people say about that? He shouldn't have been with that white girl. Well, guess what? Diddy shouldn't, but Cassie
That's
shouldn't have been with
crazy.
that billionaire who gave her $30 million for taking. And she liked to use the same drugs he was using. She never, not once, called the police. Yeah. If you really trying to get away, you don't pack your bags. You leave the bag. But guess what? You want
Facts.
them Louis Vuitton
That's a
bags.
fact.
You want them watches. You want them diamonds. You want that
He said
shit he
you want
bought
them.
that you didn't buy. So guess
You
what?
want them
Ass
diamonds.
whoopers come along with some shit.
That's for real. That's what people don't talk about.
One, two, and there's another voice in the background. And you hear dude saying, "Oh, that's the real." And he basically said that's the real issue you don't hear about that's going on. And typically in day-to-day life, you ain't even gotta be rich. People was doing this. Sad to say, but people was doing this, so you can't really fault Diddy or R. Kelly for what they're doing because it's been done trillions of times by people. Sick ass people. They need help, chat. Like, it was crazy.
It might not be ass whoopers. It might be verbal abuse or mental abuse.
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh no. Man, on a pimple thing, collard green
Hear
in
these
there.
guys chat.
Man,
Is it right or wrong? It ain't your business.
It ain't your business, babe.
It ain't your
Yeah,
business.
we got
no
some
business.
but don't act like it don't happen
She took the 30 million and kept quiet.
for a long time.
She ain't saying nothing, so why everybody else saying something?
And yeah, I was with Whitney Houston, but man,
He hit it on the nose. She ain't saying nothing, so why everybody else saying something? Because the shit is sick and weird. That's why.
I wasn't giving her no drugs, but I don't know. I can't even believe that, man, because you were around Whitney Houston around that time and she was on drugs. Yeah, you was probably hitting her and all this, whatever, but you mean to tell me, man, you ain't do no drugs with her? Come on,
he
man.
was
It's
doing
just,
what?
come on, man. A spade is a spade, man. I ain't, come on, man. I ain't going for anything. You can't just tell me anything, man. I ain't trying to say that Ray J was the one who gave Whitney the drugs that killed her,
That's
but
crazy,
you probably had your hand in the pot too, man. You probably was helping her get drugs and all this stuff, man. So you ultimately, man, you helped bring her to her demise, man. Ray J, quit the foolery, man. Man, Brandy, get your brother, man. He out of.
All right, look, chat. Check it out. I got something for you today. Look, Hulu on me for 30 days free. You can't beat that. 30 days free of Hulu. All you gotta do is hit that tag up there. I'ma get you right. Hulu on your boy KIX free. Look, after the 30 days, you can keep it. You can cut your subscription off. Whatever you want to do. But on me today, I'm giving you Hulu for 30 days free. The KIX way. Let's get it. Hit that tag up there to get them 30 days.
The accusations against someone. Now, Orlando Brown has done this quite often.
Tweaking chat,
a lot,
something.
that people have just sort of toned him out whenever he does say something crazy about someone, because people sort of treat him as like the Hollywood drunk, where he's just that crazy man who says things. So
True.
no matter what he says or how crazy it is, we find it amusing, but people don't really put too much stock into it. This time around, it's a little different because he's making accusations against Ray J, and what he says sort of ties into everything that's been going on with the Diddy trial. Now, the resurfaced accusations regarding Ray J and Whitney Houston.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission.
He put him out
Come
there.
on, Ray J. You are the dope man.
We've seen Orlando Brown accuse people of crazier things. So this
Time out, Chad. The flag on the play. He putting him out there. He said, you are the dope man. Feed me 50K chat. Tap in right now if you're not tapped in. Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook, IG, and Twitch. Right now we live. You don't even know it. But listen. Tap in. Hit that like button. And get it around YouTube. Yo. That dude crazy,
in
dog.
terms of the skill of what Orlando Brown has accused other people of, doesn't really break the skill by much. Now, it's still horrible, but letting the little homie smoke a little something while he's over the crib is bad. But in the grand scheme of Hollywood and the accusations that came out of Hollywood this year, that don't even like break the list. But the reason why people were hyper-focused on this accusation against Ray J is because it ties into the Diddy trial and Whitney Houston. At the Diddy,
Ooh, that's big accusations. Now, if you want to see the uncut version, follow me. You gotta follow me. If you don't follow me, you can't see the uncut version. The uncut version is on Follow Me. You'll see.
Trial earlier this week, Ray J came about. Now, it's unclear which Ray J they're referring to, but the Jane Doe still testified that Ray J supplied them drugs.
Oh, wait a
week after the
minute.
balcony
That
diddling
Ray J.
incident, or the alleged incident, and also she was invited to sleep over Cassie's by Cassie a week after this incident, or around then, and she said sure. So Westmoreland was like, oh, so you're gonna go to this place a week later where this horrible thing happened to you? And she's like, I guess so. And then we heard about Ray J again. You know, he was brought up when she talked about going to this private party, this club, and she said, you know, did Ray J bring you drugs again? And Bonglet said, what did she say? She said something like, I don't know why his name is Ray J. I am very confused about this. I mean, There is technically
let
only
me
one
know in
Ray
the
J,
comment
right? But
box,
who
chat.
knows?
Let me
We still
know.
haven't received official confirmation. They're talking about the Ray J that we think they're talking about. But nonetheless, though, your name being brought up at this daily trial in any sense isn't great, isn't a
not
good
good.
sign at all. And the one thing that we've seen when it comes to federal prosecution or celebrities being prosecuted, bro, they don't need much. Ray J isn't just sitting back and acting like he don't know what's going on.
They don't need nothing. And we doing 2 for 2 today, chat. We're live. This one gonna drop on YouTube real soon. But it's already out there on the Twitch world. So YouTube, you're a little late. And we going 2 for 2, and we gonna show you why that theory right there is tested and why them people in that lifestyle live that life and a lot more. So you gotta follow me and stay tuned because we doing a 2 for 2, a double. Yo, stop.
Oh, no. Ray J is taking a pretty proactive stance against accusations that he's this huge Hollywood drug dealer who's providing drugs to multiple celebrities. Because Ray J understands that once the rumor mill starts to spiral and people start to connect you to other people and deaths, that's not a good look. It's to start investigating you and to try to put your name into something. I know when one blogger spoke on this or tried to accuse Ray J of doing something, Ray J gave that blogger a call, which we'll discuss a little later. So if he already spoke on this on his YouTube, on his Twitch, he's calling bloggers, Ray J is taking this very seriously. So do you understand the level of severity that Ray J is going to treat this as when someone like Orlando Brown with the platform that he has is on IG Live accusing him of one, dodging subpoenas for Diddy, as well as, in the words of Orlando Brown, being the dope man?
That's what I'm saying.
You sold Whitney the death bag.
That's a big accusation, chat.
Man, you the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your on your whatever that is. I guess I just seen a preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the kingpin. Oh, are you the kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself.
What he want people to do is this.
Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse?
It's not happening. Orlando, like, we're not getting a laugh out of it.
Ray J,
this shit true?
Why would you say you want to go to the courthouse butt naked?
Leave it to yourself.
Ray J, you saying
what it is, chat. Look, we bringing you something today. We got Hello Fresh, and if you like eating fresh, either it's raw meat, cooked meat, sushi, whatever it is, you vegan, you want a chicken rocks, you want to sauce it up. Look, you get one box for a $60 value. A Hello Fresh on me, 30 days free. Did I say 30 days? I'm gonna give you some more. 3 months free. Hello Fresh. Eat fresh on me, chat. All you gotta do is hit that tag you see on the screen or follow the video and you gonna see it in the description. Hello Fresh. 3 months on me free. Your boy KIX, the KIX way. Hit that tag. I'm gonna get you right.
Stuff like that so it can be inadmissible in court. You understand? Your dog is cute.
You look like you used to play on That's So Raven.
You heard what she said? You look like you used to play on That's So Raven. That's why I don't go out in public like that. And when I do, I'm in that. So they don't be like, yo, you was one? Chill out. There's too much information you putting out there. You don't know who might run up.
But, you know, you got to be very, very careful with, you know, how you play, Ray J. You're just saying that kind of stuff so you can be found
real
inadmissible in
careful
court.
with those words, Orlando.
Okay, that's all you know. You want to be inadmissible in court. You want to be deemed uncredible as a witness. So you're saying things like, "Oh, I'm gonna go show up butt naked, and I was the kingpin." But if you're saying somebody told you right, because I'm with money, so somebody advised you right. They told you to do the Orlando Brown.
He touched on a larger conspiracy bigger than she just overdosed. Now people are saying that Clyde Davis and Whitney Houston had a fight 2 days, no, like 2 hours or 2 days before Whitney Houston passed away, and that Ray J essentially did the work on behalf of Clyde Davis. Again, it sounds crazy, but if these accusations are resurfacing, you have to pay attention to it.
That's
Now,
crazy,
with
Chad.
Whitney
It's
Houston
getting deep.
thing, I believe allegedly Ray J had something to do with Whitney Houston, and whether he gave her the bad package,
Ain't no cap
him being
in this.
there,
Ain't no
and
cap
the
in this.
last moments of her death, her being abused. Me seeing him with Clive Davis the night before Whitney died, which was weird to me because he didn't have no relationship with Clive Davis like that back then. To be hanging with Clive Davis at a Grammy rehearsal, and then the next day Whitney got killed. I'll never forget that. I remember Clive Davis wearing that red tie, which is supposed to be symbolic to blood. But I remember him and Ray J sitting at that rehearsal, and the next day Whitney was dead. And it has always been rumored, allegedly, that Ray J gave her the drugs.
Now, chat, I'm gonna let you decide on that, but listen to this. If you know how it works, if you know, you know. It's not like a Democrat, Republican type of thing. They wear red and they wear blue. It ain't that. The red tie means a lot to a certain society. I'm not gonna say them people because that's like kind of racist. But the red tie means something. It's special. But listen, I can't spill out the tea because I need to be around a little bit longer. You feel me? So go Google what the red tie mean in a special society.
Because he was allegedly getting high with her.
If you're a Ray J and you
Allegedly.
hear Orlando Brown
Come on,
telling
thank you.
people
Please.
that
What
you
the?
gave dope to Whitney Houston and you gave dope to him when he was 13 and you're the Hollywood dope man, yo, you don't know what's gonna stick. And the one thing we know, bro, is the feds is indicting people now
Left and
off
right,
of clout.
off of
the
nothing.
feds are now looking at what allegations are going viral and they're investigating purely off of that.
Anybody, upon looking at it, that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No, Whitney Houston, I counted 10, at least 10 gashes in her chest alone. She had marks up and down her legs. Her fingernails were chipped. Her face was busted out. It was blown up. Yes, as if somebody was punching her in the face. Whitney Houston fought for her life. Yes, she did. Excuse me, let me have a drink of water.
They said she had defensive wounds, chat.
Whitney fought for her life. Whitney had skin
That mean
taken
you
off
fighting
her
back.
back. There was so many things wrong with Whitney's body. I mean, it told anybody.
And that's why they put it in the tub to make it like a suicide, so all the DNA that was on her from the other person could go off. Transfer of DNA is a motherfucker. So if you get in a tub or somewhere like a sauna somewhere, the DNA gonna go where? Off. And you can say whatever you want to say. Now listen to this lady. She about to learn you something, chat. Tap in right now. We on that Orlando Brown is exposing the whole music industry. Diddy, all of them. Tap in right now, chat. Hit you with a like, subscribe to the channel, and for Twitch, scroll them comments right now. Listen to this lady. She about to learn you one. You in the dungeon with your boy K the fuck Axe, and all I ask you do is feed me 50K subs, chat. I need them subs, and I'm gonna tell you again. You in the dungeon with your boy K the fuck Axe, and all I ask you do is feed me 50K subs, chat. Let's get it.
And like I said, her security, Ray, told
We in
me
there. You know it.
that room, Whitney's room, looked like a tornado hit it. So it was a fight. It was
A
a
what?
struggle.
It was
okay?
a who?
Yes, it was.
Come on.
Pat knew this. Gary knew this. But they also did something else. when before the authorities got there to the hospital with Whitney, Pat and Gary staged the scene. Yes, I have an eyewitness that was there that watched them go in and out of the room after Whitney's body laid there, and they were taking things out.
That's crazy.
From one room to the next.
Pull it up.
Pat and Gary did this. So
big body.
Whitney's body definitely denoted that there was foul play. Okay? All of her bruises told us what happened in that room. Whitney fought for her life. There was no drugs in her system. The coroner report states that there was no drugs in Whitney Houston's system.
Pick your brain.
Listen.
You started off a childhood star. How much stress has that brought into your life to put you where you are today? Mentally.
You told him to ask the goddamn question. Now there go the question.
She said, damn.
You told him to ask you the question. Now there go the question.
Right.
And what age did you go? What age did you start out, by the way? Because I don't know.
5.
What?
5 years old.
Man, you know how good you got to be to memorize lines and scripts at 5 years old?
He said, listen, he was 5 when he first started out. We had to leave off on a good note. We couldn't leave with a sour taste in your mouth with Orlando. But what I'm saying is this. If the accusations Orlando Brown is throwing out there is true, one of them I feel like is true. The rest of them, I'm like, I don't know. But if you seen what I seen on my research with Orlando Brown and this whole Diddy and the whole Music Society thing, that boy he been touched. He been touched by somebody and he's hurting. And you see it. That's why he's trolling and putting out shit, because he want the attention. And he's hiding, trying to run from that fact that he was one of them people in that. I'm not saying that. Allegedly, he was one of them boys that the industry played with. He was 5, away from his parents. You don't know what they doing. And I can go down a list of the line and name some names, and you don't want me to go doing some drag by white type shit. So, chat, feed me 50K using Dungeons Boy KFX, and all I ask you to do is hit that like button. That's all I ask you to do. Tap in right now, subscribe to hit that like button. Let's go. Doing a 2 for 2. So, stay tuned for the next one. I'm trying to tell you, we in that bed. And you niggas for real. Not you, chat.